familia, the workshop is looking a little bit better now. It's a little bit more organized, but of course in the next months a lot of things will be changed from one place to another, reorganized as any other workshop, just because when you use the things you realize, or I will realize, where I prefer it and I will move it. Anyway, for today what I'm gonna do is a table. It's gonna be an outfit table for my radial arm saw. Also it's a workbench. It's gonna be in the same height that all the rest. But what I'm gonna share, not the top, that it doesn't matter. What I'm gonna share with you is the way I do it, which is very sturdy and very easy to do. And as any other workshop, as you can imagine, the floor is not completely level, so we are gonna add some adjustable legs underneath. So that's what we're gonna do right now.
Well, we are gonna begin establishing the length of our table. Okay, then we cut the first one and we use it as a guide for the next cuts, using always the same one, because this way we will not have progressive differences. Okay, once we have the four needle lengths, we measure the width and we extract twice the thickness of the 2x4. So this way we have a perfect tray, let's say, where the board is going to be. So in this case it's 3 feet long. I'm going to use the two sides and one in the middle to give more strength. Usually I use it every 2 feet, but in this case the table is going to be a little bit smaller. Now we pre-drill holes to avoid splitting, and it's as easy as bad joints with glue. Okay, assembly time with some glue, some screws, and a simple butt joint. It's gonna be plenty of strength for the table we are doing. Okay, now the other side is easier to mount it in vertical position, so we can apply more strength to the screws when we drive it. And then after we have both trays, we measure the height and the height of the leg for the lower tray, and actually the height you have to calculate the thickness of the board you are going to use for the tabletop, and another 1/4 of an inch for the legs we're going to use. Then we cut the lower legs. Here we have there, and to make the math is very easy. We add 2 times the thickness of the 2x4, which is actually 3.5 inches or so, the lower leg, and give us the length needed for the medium part, let's say. As you can see there, it's as easy as some screws and glue. It's gonna be plenty of strength in that joint. And the trays are not gonna be held just by glue and a screw, because are gonna relay on the leg and on the other middle piece, making the table really sturdy. Okay, once we have the 4 legs, we have just one screw is going to be enough in in each opening for the trays, and with the glue and the one screw is going to be more than enough. This is going to be really strong. If you have any label and staple, whatever, you have to remove it. It's going to help the glue. And in this case, I'm using a brush because I want a stronger fit, or I mean the glue up to be better. So here we go. It's very, very easy, as you can see. Sometimes drive the screw and unscrew it a little bit is going to help to apply more pressure on the joint. Here we go, the other two legs. We are almost done. Okay, put the fourth leg, check for square. That's it, we're good to go. Now the leveling legs is just T-nuts, 3/8 T-nuts with bolts, with screws, sorry, or bolts, doesn't matter. And we have to take care of the holes because we have two assembly screws on the way, so we have to off center a little bit, and that's it. You have leveling legs. You put your screws on and you're good to go. It's very sturdy and perfectly level. Then you can use the legs for the imperfections on the floor. As it's a full sheet of plywood, I'm gonna cut it with the circular saw. I prefer not to use these big sheets straight onto the table saw. For safety reasons. And that's it. It's not difficult. It's a very easy job, and the bench is not expensive. It cost me about $30 each table.
Bueno, familia, as you saw, this is what matters is not the sizes or the measurements. The important part is the way to build the table that can be easily adapted to any size, any length, any width, any height. So this is a very sturdy workbench, easy to build. I've spent possibly an hour and a half to build it, and just because also I was recording, so it's easy to do. You can regulate it in height, so you can level it whatever the floor in your garage is, which is the important part. Okay, then this week is going to be all. I'm going to still, next days, I'm going to begin with the dust collection system. I'm working on it. So weekly, it's not weekly right now, possibly it's going to be more often, that's my idea, right? The lathe have to wait a little bit because I have no wood yet, and I have to go out and collect, but first of all I want to finish the garage. So as soon as the workshop is done, and as soon as I have a chance, I'm going to go out and begin to collect wood for the shop. So that's it. That's it all for this week. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like it, please thumbs up. And now more than ever, if you can and want to help the channel, the Patreon button is down below. Thank you very much. See you soon.